glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game and the task ahead. Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. Around halfway through the season and a chance here to recap where all the teams in the West sit in the standings. Taking a look at Oklahoma City, they've been in peak form as we've watched them play some tremendous basketball with an eye toward the postseason.
And, you know, for the Thunder, they had pressure on them coming into the season. A lot of people were picking them to have a special year. And they haven't shied away from that pressure. They've embraced it.
I think every great team welcomes the challenge of trying to be elite, and they want to do it on a nightly basis.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. Josh Hart out there with Jalen Brunson. Then it's Bridges. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Towns in at the center, filling out the middle. And for Oklahoma City, sharing the wing spots, it'll be Caruso and Williams. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the point. Brent, it seems like throughout his career, Gilgeous-Alexander has an answer to whatever the defense might throw at him.
Well, the defenses don't have answers to stop him, Kevin. I know that. This guy is so quick with the basketball. He's so good at adapting on the fly with the ball, getting around the initial defender to make plays. Superstars have that quality. SGA has it in spades.
And playing up-tempo, pro-level ball can be hard for some guys, but Holmgren has easily made the transition.
Now here's Brunson. Inside, here's Towns, and it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with the rebound. Here he goes. Here's Caruso. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And this time of the season, Brent, you know this, what are front offices focused in on right now?
Well, teams got to be really honest about the arc of where it is their team is. Are they competitive? Are they playoff caliber? Are they championship caliber? And depending on where that is, you're going to be very patient with either development or you're going to be impatient to dive in to try to win a championship at all costs. So lots of time here to go, but decisions will be made as the season goes on.
And so Caruso nails both of them. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Knicks. 7-point differential. To stop the run. That shot missing. Good D by Holmgren. Thunder off to a quick start here. Pass to Williams. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
Well, at 6'6", SGA absolutely has the size to get up there and throw it down.
For the Knicks, it's been a slow start here. Runs in the pass to Towns. Buries it from 3-point range.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. His scoring average of about 32.5 points a game tells you all you need to know about how dangerous a player he can be.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Runs in the pass to Bridges. Over Williams. Bridges misses. Thunder have gone 4 of 4 to start. So a nice offensive rhythm to start here. And he's got his first chance at the line here. That's good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
And money from the stripe. SGA could close his eyes and knock that down.
Pass to Caruso. And here is Holmgren. Shot clock at 6. Hartenstein passes to Holmgren. Here's Caruso. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits.
Well, due for a miss after 4 of 5 to begin this one.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, D.A.?
Well, I talked with head coach Mark Dagnall. We talked about facing a point guard like Jalen Brunson, and he told me Jalen's got a great sense for angles and knows how to attack if anyone's out of position. We have to stay disciplined on defense. Of course, Brunson will be the focus of their attention tonight. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. OG Anunoby unable to get his last shot to go. And now let's have a look at the teams that have had the quickest hands in the NBA during the past month. In third, the Thunder.
What a month they've had defensively. I mean, they've really gotten after it on that end of the floor.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Looking now at some numbers for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
Pass to Towns. Anunoby outside. Some nice passing by New York here. On the wing, Bridges. It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. To the middle. Wants to get it to Holmgren and does. Well, Brent, we had to wait a year for it, but Chet Holmgren had an incredible rookie season.
And I don't think any talent evaluator is surprised at the way that Chet came in his first year and was able to contribute and sometimes dominate in the ways that he did. So coming back healthy, making that immediate impact, Chet Holmgren is going to be a superstar in this league.
Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Anunoby. Hart kicks to Brunson. Back to Hart. Lock at 6. They grab their own miss. Outside, Towns. Brunson against Gilgeous-Alexander. Towns for 3. Thunder with the rebound. This their first look at this year's New York squad.
Yeah, and a bit of a revenge game for them as they were swept in the 2-game season series from last year.
And this one of the few opponents who really stuck it to them during what was an otherwise excellent season for them. You're right, they've got to have revenge on their minds tonight.
Now, Gilgeous-Alexander after the missed 3 from Karl Anthony Towns. Shoots over Brunson, and Gilgeous-Alexander gets it to go. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
To the paint, here's Bridges. A shot's good on the assist by Brunson.
Bridges finding his spot, and his team finds him with the ball. Good mechanics there, too.
Pass to Holmgren. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And that one is good. And it's 9 points for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
Brunson, good.
And that in-between Jay, Brunson capable.
Here's Oklahoma City. They're on an 18-7 run. Here's Holmgren. And the dunk by Holmgren.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
Here's Brunson. The Thunder making the shot. Caruso looking for an opening. Pass to Williams. It's Gilgeous-Alexander with the drive. Hartenstein. That shot off. Knicks trail by 13. Here's Hart. Still yet to score. For the finish. And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
The length of SGA is huge there. At 6'6", he can be pretty disruptive to your offense.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Dort, he's checked in for Alex Caruso. And the Knicks making a change here as well. McBride's checked in. Now here is Robinson. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. And Brunson gets it to go. Brunson's got his second bucket tonight.
Now, you always hear about the toughness of Brunson. It really comes through when he's taking defenders on inside.
And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Holmgren. Brunson against Gilgeous-Alexander. With the drive. Stolen by Brunson. And here we go. Brunson heading to the hoop. And the layup falls. Brunson's got 6.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 11. Here's Hartenstein. Pass to Williams. And then Williams slams it in.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Well, how good have they been on the inside tonight, just getting down into the painted area and just dominating, controlling that spot.
Knicks trail by 13. Brunson with it. 6 points for him. Towns in the corner, beyond the arc. Knicks with a new 14. Here's McBride. Missed inside. The Thunder leading by 13. Outside, Dort. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Dort. Fires from deep. Robinson pulls it in. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for New York. Well, Brent, Mark Daigneault was named the 2024 Coach of the Year. Not once, but twice.
Yeah, he won 2 separate Coach of the Year awards. One voted on by his peers, and the other one voted on by the media. What a remarkable accomplishment for such a young coach that has not only grown himself, but grown this team in ways that a lot of other squads are envious.
Aaron Wiggins, he's checked in for Chet Holmgren. We've seen the NBA feature several overseas games, Greg, the last couple years. Always growing the sport, aren't they?
And I know the fans love it. And nothing quite like seeing an NBA game in person and expanding that opportunity. Always a plus. I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
Brunson. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Maybe he's thinking at this point, man, somebody's got to help me. I can't do this all by myself.
And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Oklahoma City.
And just a great job so far applying pressure defensively. The opposition is on their heels with the ball in their hand. Nightmarish clamps thus far.
Well, they've also done a great job of taking turnovers and producing out of that, working really hard that they're not wasting extra chances that they're creating.
Now here's Wiggins. Hartenstein with a bounce pass. He had a nice open look right there. Williams has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Knicks trail by 17. Towns looking around. McBride passes to Brunson. Bridges outside. 6 to shoot. That falls. Nice feed that time from Brunson. Brunson's got 3 assists tonight.
And that's a shot Bridges needs to just keep sinking. You can see his confidence growing.
The Thunder leading by 14. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander against Brunson. To the inside. Robinson with the block.
Well, the ferociousness that Robinson can have around the rim is impressive.
teardrop shot. In the corner, it's Bridges. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Now guarded by Towns. Here's Williams. Robinson with the block. And they're able to recover. Here's Wiggins. Knicks with the rebound.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Here's Brunson. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. Robinson passes to Brunson. Off target on the 15-footer.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Hartenstein can't get it to go.
Is it getting cold in here? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
Brent, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I think it amazes both of us that Jalen Brunson fell to the second round, the 33rd pick back in 2018. So with that in mind, how has he overcome the doubters?
Well, the first thing he got was opportunity, Kevin, and that's all you can ask for as a young player. What he was able to do in Dallas opened up the eyes of a lot of people to what he was capable of as a point guard in the league. But trust me, Jalen Brunson has never stopped believing in his ability and confidence to dominate a game the way that we've seen him do that in the past couple of seasons.
Now here's Wallace. His last outing, he had 8 points. Holmgren with a screen on Brunson. Here's Wallace. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
And there's a minute 45 left to play in the first quarter. Wallace against Brunson. And it's Payne in the corner. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And a brief moment now to see who's atop the NBA in blocks. 5th, Chet Holmgren.
There aren't going to be many nights when you don't see him affect the game with his shot blocking ability.
That's good from Payne. Williams, he's checked in for the Thunder. Achua, he's checked in for New York. Miles McBride comes in for Jalen Brunson. He hits both from the stripe.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Wallace outside. Higgins outside. Dort finds Wallace. 6 on the shot clock. Off target with his 3. Knicks trail by 12. Now McBride. Scoreless thus far. Bridges a screen on Wallace. And it's Payne in the corner. Now here's Achua. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Achua just battling inside. He earns himself a trip to the free throw line.
This is his first free throw of the game. That free throw missing. Good on the second free throw. 44 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Outside Williams. It's Dort on the wing. Defended by Bridges. Dort against Bridges. 5 on the clock. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. And a fast break now for the Knicks. Here's Achua. And the rejection by Holmgren.
Already set the Summer League record for blocks in his first game. Holmgren, one of the best young shot blockers in the league.
Outside for Robinson. Here's Achua. Misses the 3. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. Right back after this break. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And for the Thunder here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
Knicks trail by 11. The forwards are Dort and Holmgren. Aaron Wiggins is out there with Case and Wallace. And it's Williams at center. That's the group for Oklahoma City getting going here in the second. Payne can't hit.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Pass to Wallace. Now Holmgren. Rob. Down low, here's Payne over Wiggins. Wiggins with the block. Here's Wallace. To the middle, here's Dort. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
How about Dort just rising up and getting to the rim?
Knicks trail by 13. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Out to the right wing. Back to Payne. Clock at 6. The Thunder pull it in. Outside, Dort. Wallace outside. Robinson against Williams. Robinson with the block. And it's out of bounds. The Thunder able to retain possession. A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Caruso's checked in. Josh Hart, he's checked in for New York. Dort finds Williams. Clock at 4. Here's Holmgren. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. And it's 9 points for Chet Holmgren.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
And the call will go against Aaron Wiggins. That's his third foul of the game.
And already his third foul. It's got to be time to get him out of there probably until the third quarter.
2 minutes now played in the second quarter. That's good from Bridges on the assist by Hart. And that's now 7 points for Mikal Bridges. And here is Caruso. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. Here's Holmgren. On target from 13 feet. Holmgren's got 4 points in the quarter.
And guys, you can't allow Holmgren to gain confidence from the mid-range. He'll burn you when you give him those looks.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup.
A moment now to see the numbers for Robinson. He's getting around 8 points a game, 12 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he really anchors them defensively with that tenacious play on that side of the ball.
He loves to get up into the uniform of his opposition and make you work for everything that you get offensively.
Here's McBride. Last time out he had 13 points. To the paint, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
Bridges showing more and more signs of strength, being able to finish through contact.
Hey, Greg, since getting traded in 2023, Mikal Bridges' scoring numbers have exploded.
Yeah, Bridges, the main piece of that deal, sending Kevin Durant to the Suns. Mikal scored 26 a game down the stretch for Brooklyn that year. taking his game to another level.
Every year, Greg, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA, and sometimes we're all guilty of judging them too early.
Oh, absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years to evaluate a player. You know, fans and media can be a little harsh at times, but not everybody develops at the same rate.
Knicks trail by 12. McBride with the ball. Still without a basket. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Dort passes to Williams. Outside, Dort. Holmgren the screen. To the inside. Lets it go with a three. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
New York's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. And Hart has it in the corner. Driving the lane. Now Caruso. Outside, Dort. Good on the triple. Dort's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And this is how confident Dort knows how effective he is off the catch.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Thunder take it one step at a time. All-star Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I think we all stay in the moment, and that's why we've been able to get better. Attack the day, the program in front of us. We all have the right intentions and want to win at the end of the day. Kevin?
Of that attitude growing by leaps and bounds. Thank you, David. And that rejection had some mustard on it. Huge, huge play.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
Williams, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Towns, he's checked in for Achua. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Let's get some information from the 2K leaderboard. In about the last 10 games in the NBA, during that span, these teams have the most second chance points in the league. The Knicks fourth.
I mean, you love their aggressiveness, not settling for one shot offensively, but really running down those loose boards and converting for extra points.
They swipe it. And now the fast break. Bridges with the ball. Hart the pass to Towns. Comes up empty down low. The Thunder leading by 15. Left side, Williams. For three, Holmgren. It's rebounded by New York. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
Yeah, they really snuffed that one out. Didn't execute all that well. Fortunate to walk away with the W.
We talk about gutsy wins, and on a night like that in the last game where they just did not shoot it well, that's a steal during a regular season.
New York, no good that time either. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Williams. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. On the wing, Bridges. Drills it from outside. Bridges has got 13.
Bridges has a lot of jobs for his team, but if he consistently knocks down 3, he can add it to the list.
Near the three-point line, it's Holmgren. And all around the rim that time before dropping in.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
Bridges a screen on Caruso. And Hart has it in the corner. And another 3 for New York.
Hart just whipping it away quickly, not giving the defender time to close out.
Outside, Williams. Pass to Dort. Holmgren with a screen on Towns. Williams passes to Holmgren. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Caruso. Nobody near Williams. From outside, off the mark.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Out to Bridges. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. And so it's Dort with it. He brings it up for Oklahoma City. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
Yeah, and the second chance points, guys, mean a lot over the course of a game. And they just had so few opportunities. And I think that was their Achilles heel.
Yeah, they were like good college players, one and done. You got to be able to make some noise on the offensive glass and keep possessions alive. They weren't able to do that.
And so here is Oklahoma City. The Knicks making the shot. Here's Williams. It's rebounded by New York. Robinson's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Towns against Holmgren. Robinson kicks to Towns. McBride passes to Towns. Lets it go from deep. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make. He is 1 for 4.
Oh, what a feed right there. Towns' vision is really off the charts.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. And the Thunder with some changes. Williams, he's checked in for Holmgren. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Aaron Wiggins. And then for New York, Cameron Payne's checked in for Mikal Bridges. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Miles McBride. The Thunder leading by 6. Williams has a screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Williams. Now Caruso. Williams, a screen on Brunson. Gilgeous-Alexander, that's a two-pointer. No good, unable to end this run. Knicks trail by 6. Now here's Brunson. 14 points from him the last game against Utah.
Yeah, but all around offensively, the performance was great. He knew when he had it going, but he also knew he could get other guys going. So his passing right up there on the level with his scoring in that one.
A prolific inside scorer since his first day in the league. Towns gets the job done down low.
Williams kicks to Williams. Williams has a screen for Williams. And the rejection by Towns.
And great reach and determination from the big fella. This is why Towns gets so many blocks.
Here's Brunson. Brunson, hard finish inside.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Timeout.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. He wants to talk to his guys.
And doesn't like how things are going right now.
The timeout before the timeout here, maybe just to cut off the momentum and have a chit-chat with the team to settle down.
Jang, he's checked in for Williams. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for Isaiah Hartenstein.
On the boards, he's been a much bigger presence these last few years than he had been prior. And he can be counted on now to make an impact with his rebounding. And that's a product of all the work he's put in down low.
Outside, Dort. Jang with a screen on Hart. Pass to Caruso. And stolen by Payne. Here's Hart driving inside. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. And this is his second trip to the line tonight. That's good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
And the growth that Shea has shown over the years, it has come on so fast with how he has improved, but he's adding to his game.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Hartenstein comes in for Jang, and it's Holmgren in for Dort. Here's Hartenstein. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Here's Caruso. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots over Payne. Hartenstein passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Hard against Williams. Over Hart. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Here we are sizing up GA. Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch and shoot abilities, but he's equally gifted shooting off the dribble.
1:57 left in the first half of basketball. Bounce pass from Gilgeous-Alexander. Caruso kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Now here's Caruso. Payne covering. Williams gets the bucket.
And Jalen Williams had a plan there to outwork the defense. He knows you got to bring it to the paint.
And so it's Payne with it. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. They trail by 3. When this game is done, they'll be off to Chicago as they take on the Bulls. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. Oklahoma City has gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Now here's Holmgren from the arc. That's a miss. It's miss number 2 in shots from the floor.
And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumpers.
Robinson sets a screen for Brunson. Lobbed up there for Robinson. Holmgren with the steal. And now in transition, here's Williams. Here we go. Holmgren gets the bucket. And now a 5-point Thunder lead.
Guys, this is what you call a generational talent. Holmgren is bound to fill up the highlight reel every night he plays.
Here's New York. They're on a 17-7 run. Pass to Hart. Now here's Brunson. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. And it's blocked by Gilgeous-Alexander. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Gilgeous-Alexander. OG Anunoby's checked in for the Knicks. Bridges comes in for Payne. Here's Bridges. A 26-point game for him in the win against Utah.
And if you look at his free throw numbers, you can see what kind of pressure he put on the defense. He was in attack mode all night long.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Sinks the three-pointer.
Pretty much poor defensive effort there. You have to get a hand in his face when he's spotting up from distance.
Gilgeous-Alexander deciding where to go with it. And he uses the glass on the layup. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 14.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And so it's Chet Holmgren making things happen for Oklahoma City. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Here with Coach Tibbs. You're hanging in there. What's the key to get control of this game?
We got to get some stops. That's the big thing. We fell behind to start the game, starting to work our way back. And we got to keep it going, but we got to get stops so we get out and run.
Never a surprise that defense is first in Coach's mind. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Welcome, everybody, and a good half underway in this one. The Thunder battling it out tonight.
When you look at how they're getting their points, a good portion come from inside. They're going right at the defense.
I like the aggressiveness. Don't lose steam in the second half.
And how about we move it on over for a preview of who we might be seeing in the dunk contest this year.
Definitely some explosive guys on this list, but there's plenty of time out there for someone to grab this spot. Maybe even Elevator Ernie.
Yeah, that 50-inch vertical don't lie.
Neither did those shorts.
And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. What a game we're seeing from Mikal Bridges.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half. Just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Knicks trail by 4. On the court for the Knicks, Jalen Brunson out there with Josh Hart. Then it's OG Anunoby. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Bridges in at the 3 spot. Bridges with the steal. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Yeah, so far the defense has not learned much from the lessons Mikal is teaching them.
Oklahoma City shooting 47% from the floor. Getting it done. Here's Williams, and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Lays it up off the glass.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Here's Bridges, following the score by Oklahoma City. And here is Anunoby. Nothing on the board. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Hart. The three-pointer off the mark. The Thunder leading by 4. Caruso, the pass to Hartenstein. Caruso with the ball. Drives to the hoop. All right, we've got a bit of a break now, so here's a look at the league's top scoring teams. In third, the Thunder.
And how about the year they've had offensively? This is a team that can put points on the board in a hurry. Always fun to watch them play.
Shoot 2.
That one is off. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about.
All right, a chance to check out the stats for Mikal Bridges. How his last 10 games have gone. He's getting around 16 points a game, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up, fantastic scoring production from him.
Yeah, hard to ask for anything more at this point. He's really stepped up, and he's really delivered.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust.
And now a chance to take a look at the numbers for Gilgeous-Alexander. He's been dominant over the last month. Second in three-point field goal percentage. And he's a defensive ball hawk. You can't let your guard down. Remember, he's 10th in the league in steals per game.
And his scoring abilities are just so far out of sight. Number 1 overall right now. No one's been able to slow him down or even come close.
Anunoby showing some confidence, believing in the work he puts in.
Holmgren kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. From the arc. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the New York Knicks. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. Now here's Brunson. 13 points in the game.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
Takes the 13-footer. That shot off.
Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
On the wing, Bridges for the lead. That falls. Nice feed that time from Brunson. Brunson's got assist number 5 here tonight. Oklahoma City trailing. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hartenstein. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Hard against Caruso. Pass to Brunson. Anunoby outside. And he draws body contact. Looked like a blocking foul, and he was in the shooting motion. So he'll head to the free throw line.
Anunoby, one of those star players in the league that you don't really look at the numbers to see how he impacts the game overall. It's the intangibles that make him special.
One of the best 3-and-D wings in the league. Well, let's start with OG Anunoby, who excels from the corner.
And Kevin, about 45% on quarter threes the last couple seasons. So OG can space that floor horizontally. That's in addition to his elite defensive ability.
And the first one drops. The numbers will back it up, Brent, but when you watch OG Anunoby, it's easy to see why he is an elite defender.
Yeah, Kevin, he's been slept on by a lot of casual fans around the NBA, but trust me, diving deeper into the numbers, OG's defense is elite. He's got that strength, he's got the wingspan, he's got great instincts, and he is daunting for any would-be scorer that wants to put points on the board.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Chet Holmgren has a slender frame, but he's determined to still protect the rim. Coach Daigneault said he'll get dunked on 10 straight times if that's what the game calls for. He paused and then added, he won't actually get dunked on 10 straight times. He's going to get a couple of those, too. Kevin, he certainly will.
I agree. You know, David, he is fearless. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. After Mikal Bridges missing his last shot, Holmgren. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one goes on Anunoby.
And something to like about Holmgren is his ability to run the floor. A 7-footer who can get up the court in a hurry and get to the rim before the D gets set.
Holmgren hits them both.
A big fella with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. Don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
Now here's Brunson. He's got 13. Anunoby in the corner. Pass to Hart. It's tipped. Caruso grabs the miss. The Thunder have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. On the wing, Williams, defended by Towns. Holmgren with a screen on Towns. There's Williams. Got it. Good job in the low post. Williams has got 13 points.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking. Jump shot. Gave a little pump fake. And then off to the races.
Pass to Hart. Now, here's Bridges. Back to Hart. To halt the run. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound. Holmgren's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Caruso kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Jalen Brunson with the rebound. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him. So Anunoby will go to the free throw line. That one on Williams. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Oklahoma City.
A high-effort brand of defense has been paying off on them in this one. They've managed to either block or alter a ton of their opponent's shots.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they've played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break.
The Thunder with the lead. Over in the corner, Caruso. A three-pointer, no good.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
That's a tough rebound if you don't have the length that he does, so the size paying off.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Josh Hart. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Knicks on defense. Caruso, the pass to Hartenstein. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And on the season, only shooting around 73%, so not necessarily where he'd like to be.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on that one. And the second free throw, good. Knicks trail by 3. Now Brunson. He's got 13. Second shot opportunity. And there's a nice layup inside by Bridges. Bridges has got 7 points here in this quarter.
Great effort level on the glass as Bridges is in there mixing it up.
Here's Caruso. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to go on Josh Hart. He's gone 3 for 4 from the line. The free throw drops for Caruso. Miles McBride's checked in for Hart. And so Caruso nails both of them. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the New York Knicks. It's a 3-point game. Inside. Here's McBride. Defended by Caruso. 5 to shoot. Here's Towns. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Hartenstein's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Plays it up and banks it in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 16 points.
Gilgeous-Alexander has blossomed into this forceful guard. Just look at this performance.
Over in the corner, McBride. Pass to Towns. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Now the Thunder with it. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Another miss by Towns.
Well, his shots aren't dropping, and they haven't been able to keep pace, but they trust him enough to keep going to him, see if he can find it.
And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Here's a look at what's coming up for New York. On Saturday, they'll go up against the Bulls in Chicago. And then on Monday, they'll go back home and will be hosting the Orlando Magic.
And no secret that this team can be very tough in their own building. And that's good news as they are loaded up with home games over the next stretch. This is a chance to create some separation.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Dort's checked in. Bridges misses.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Holmgren wide open. Drops in the tray. Holmgren's got 8 here in the quarter.
And with that threat of the outside jumper, Holmgren generates space for this offense.
Here's McBride. Brunson right side. Holmgren against Anunoby. From outside the arc, it doesn't go for him.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Outside, Dort. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Fades and shoots. It's rebounded by New York. Towns has got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Brunson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Well, when you survey Jalen Brunson going from role player now to all-star, what a rise. What's been the key for him?
I just think it's confidence, Kevin. I mean, simple confidence. I don't think there's one point where Jalen Brunson didn't believe that, not that he was the best player on the court, but that he was going to be the best leader. And that has translated into him producing some massive scoring and assist nights for any team that he's played on. This guy is a winner.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
Well, the lefty listed at 6'1", Jalen Brunson. It's a bit of a different matchup. He's just so physical, and he can play on and off the ball. Dare I call it funky?
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 16. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's Brunson. Towns at the elbow. Here's Bridges. The Thunder pull it in. 17 points was their biggest margin.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. From down in the low post, it goes. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 18 points.
And he's got the ability to do damage inside and out. SGA's not going to miss that.
And here is Bridges. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Williams.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
And, you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
And the Thunder with some changes. Williams comes in for Isaiah Hartenstein. And Aaron Wiggins is subbed in for Williams. Then for the Knicks, Mitchell Robinson comes in for Towns. And it's Achua in for OG Anunoby. Now here's Williams. Hasn't made one yet. In for another field goal. A sublime 9 of 14 on the night.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Knicks trail by 9. Out to Bridges. A shot's good on the assist by Brunson. Brunson's got 6 assists in the game. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for the Thunder. Pass to Holmgren. 1:39 left to play here in the third. Dort finds Wiggins. Back to Dort. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Revenge. Alexander coming right back for 3 of his own.
Brunson the pass to McBride. Bridges with it. Robinson with it. Dort covering. Back to Bridges. And again, New York with the triple.
He makes it look effortless out there. Until the defense actually presents a challenge for him, expect those kind of results.
There's a screen by Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander, that's a 2-pointer. It's rebounded by New York. Robinson's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Wiggins has got it. 34 seconds left to play in the third. And the basket is good. And the Thunder lead by 8.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
New York has got more than a 50% success rate on their three-pointers since halftime. They're 4 of 7. Bridges a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Over in the corner, McBride. That falls. Nice feed that time from Brunson. Brunson's got his 7th assist here tonight.
And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
Every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
Holmgren with a screen on Brunson. And Gilgeous-Alexander, here we go.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
Oh, yeah, his teammates love that one. I'm sure he's going to hear about it when he gets to the huddle.
And so it's Oklahoma City heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. We'll get you back to the action after this break. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
What an advantage if your off guard can make plays so valuable.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Dort and Williams up in the forward positions. Wallace is out there with Alex Caruso, and it's Williams at the 5. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. To the paint. Here's Dort. Rebounded by Hart. Knicks trail by 7. To the middle. Towns is doubled. Caruso with the steal. Wallace up on top. Defended by McBride. Caruso, no good.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Right side Towns, trying to break that ice-cold streak. Nice spin off the left rim and in. And that's now 9 points for Karl Anthony Towns. Williams looking over the floor. Dort with a screen for Williams. Offline with his 3.
Yeah, the three-pointer has not been his weapon in this one. He had 1 in the first quarter and still 0 here in the second.
McBride finds Hart. Back to McBride. Here's Robinson over Williams. Up it goes, and the Oklahoma City lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Robinson.
Some footwork and some finesse from Mitchell Robinson.
Outside Williams. Pass to Williams. Releases from 15. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. 15 points for Williams.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Towns a screen on Wallace. In the corner, it's Robinson. Now Hart, defended by Dort. Hart kicks to Towns. Just 5 on the clock. Here's McBride. No good from outside. The Thunder leading by 5. Williams dishes to Wallace. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
Now that's excellent. Get the ball down deep inside and cash in on a simple basket.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Here's McBride. Outside, Towns. Pass to Payne. Lets the 3 fly. That shot, no good.
But sometimes it's more about what the defense is doing on that possession. They were all over him on the perimeter.
Not his best night from the field, but looking for other ways and finding them so he can chip in.
Hart with it, defended by Dort. Hart the pass to Robinson. Back to Hart. Towns against Williams. It's good, and the Thunder lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Karl Anthony Towns.
So skilled working inside. Towns knows how to operate down low.
Wallace inside. Defended by McBride. Wallace, good. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Here's McBride. Wallace covering. And it's Payne in the corner. No good on the triple. Nabbing another steal. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end. And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Dort with a screen for Williams. Over in the corner, Williams. Off target from outside. And so it's Hart who brings up the ball for the New York Knicks. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. You know, Brent, Josh Hart has been a contributor at the many stops in his NBA career.
Sometimes you have to wait to find your home, Kevin. That's been the case for Josh, but he has always contributed to winning, and now he's locked into this role where he is flourishing. This guy has all the tools to go out there and do little things every night that help your team be in a position to win games.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Hartenstein's checked in for Williams. Holmgren comes in for Jalen Williams. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander subbed in for Wallace. Pass to Holmgren. Hartenstein with the screen on Anunoby. 6 to shoot. Brunson against Gilgeous-Alexander. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 28.
Love the focus here from SGA at the arc. He hates to waste those opportunities.
Here's Brunson. Back to Hart. Brunson, left side. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Brunson using that tremendous footwork to keep the defense guessing.
That one falls for Brunson. Wiggins is checked in for Oklahoma City. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Achua, he's checked in for Hart. Achua kicks to Anunoby. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. The Thunder leading by 5. Wiggins outside. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Wiggins finds Holmgren. Shoots over Achua. Off the left rim and out. New York's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Brunson the pass to Bridges. New York moving it around. Over Wiggins. And there's Bridges on the assist by Brunson. 35 points for Mikal Bridges.
Well, if the defense is going to give Bridges a lot of looks like this, he's got to continue to knock him down.
Knocks it loose. Stolen by Brunson. Anunoby outside. Shot clock at 6. New York needs to get off a shot. Bridges misses. The Thunder leading by 3. To the left wing. Here's Holmgren. It's rebounded by Anunoby. Anunoby's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Brunson. Oh, Brunson got hit and still made it go.
And those are 2 points earned by Jalen Brunson.
Oklahoma City's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Bridges against Wiggins to the inside. Gilgeous-Alexander. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Down the stretch, he's been flat out awesome. He helped them get the lead, and now he's making sure they keep it.
Jalen Williams is checked in for Oklahoma City. Alex Caruso comes in for Aaron Wiggins. Then for the Knicks, Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Robinson, and Hart subbed in for Achua. Here's Brunson, and it's blocked by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Love to see that kind of effort from Gilgeous-Alexander on the defense. He can get in your head at times.
A crucial breakdown defensively, and he was quick to make them pay.
You might see this in the early part of the game, but at this stage in the game, that's just really something unacceptable. He's a great mid-range scorer.
To the wing on the left. Now here's Holmgren from the arc.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
To tie it up. Bridges kicks to Hart. Can't tie it up as that one misses. The Thunder with the lead. And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And we're all too familiar with these kind of outbursts from SGA.
The Knicks have gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the fourth. Nice! Brunson working inside.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both, but when it gets close, he's getting the ball.
Gilgeous-Alexander, that's a two-pointer. It's rebounded by New York. Towns has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Here's Bridges. No good. That would have tied it.
What's up?
That's good from Gilgeous-Alexander. Oklahoma City leading by 3. Caruso sets the screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. Count the basket and the foul. That one is on Towns.
Never dialed back. SGA determined on the finish.
Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side, but when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media, but people in the know how good of a defender he is.
Here's Caruso. Banked in off the glass. And it's an 8-point Oklahoma City lead.
And how's that for a move? The killer crossover. It's a thing of beauty.
Brunson scanning the floor. Out to Bridges. Pass to Towns. It's stolen by Hartenstein.
And there are subtleties to Big Cat's approach. Nice pump fake that time.
The free throw drops for Towns. And Towns drops them both. And Caruso's got the ball here for the Thunder. 17 points was their biggest margin. Holmgren finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Hartenstein. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
SGA with some good movement, creating an easy opportunity for a teammate.
Knicks trail by 8. Towns down low. He's against Hartenstein. The 3. Towns, no luck.
Well, you make strides to get back in the ball game, but an errant shot like that can definitely cost you any kind of momentum. Have to use better judgment there.
Back to Williams. The 3, and he's good on the 3 ball.
Great timing on that play, and Williams with no wasted motion.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle them up right away. Now here's Brunson. And Hart has it in the corner. New York missing again.
And it's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
The skill from Holmgren is something to behold.
1:41 left in the fourth quarter. Brunson against Hartenstein. Here's Towns. They need this, and Towns throws it down.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
Oklahoma City leading by 11. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Down low. Holmgren in the post. He's guarded by Anunoby. 4 on the clock. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for Oklahoma City.
What do you think was the deciding factor in this one?
I think you have to look at their field goal percentage. They just shot the ball much better than the opponent, and they were getting great looks all game long.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in. Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
And it's blocked by Gilgeous-Alexander. And he drives in and rebounds again. He hauls in his 20th rebound.
Dominating the glass. Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
Bridges against Williams. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.